Hello and welcome to the North American Rival Series play-ins. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan, and joining me are the lovely faces there on my side, Hunted and Samail. How are you guys doing today?
Just wonderful, sir. Can't wait to get started.
Fantastic. That's all I can say. Why would I not be? This has been like a weekend of Rocket League. We're about to kick off a month of just insane Rocket League. I'm ready.
It's going to be fantastic. But we have two of our first matchups. That's going to be Avidity Esports versus Absolute Leverage. These are two of the teams who have come in today among the top 128 in North America. Why don't you guys just kind of talk to us a little bit about some of the challenges they may have faced there in the bracket? And Sam, I'm going to start with you.
Well, honestly, as I look at these two teams, I didn't expect them to face too many challenges, if I'm being honest with you. And as we look, it really looked like it went pretty well. I mean, Avidity, they just went right through the bracket. They have not lost a single game, if I'm right about that. And then Absolute Leverage in a similar spot, only dropping one game as well. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. And as you look at these rosters, I mean, Hunted, I don't think that's surprising that it's gone that way. These are two very good teams.
No, most definitely two teams that I think a lot of people would expect to be in this position. Unfortunately, only one of them can qualify today. And I do think that Absolute Leverage is coming into this a little, potentially could be a little bit shaky. It was a 3-2 victory over Business, and Business is a very good team. But, you know, it was a close victory there, went to all 5 games. But you know, Avidity is such a solid team. I think there's a reason why they were able to sweep through here, and it's going to be tough, I think, for Absolute Leverage to try to match that speed and that pace.
No, and you guys are absolutely right. Avidity is a very strong team with a lot of experience behind them. Sosa and Skills, both former players in the Rival Series. So they definitely have a lot going for them in this. And yeah, Absolute Leverage coming off of that 3-2 win, just barely scraping by. But in some cases, that gives you a lot of momentum going into the final deal. But before I kind of send you guys off on your own, I just want to talk through some predictions real quick. And Hunted, I'm going to start with you on this one. What do you think the final series score is going to be here? Who do you think is going on to the Rival Series this season?
Right. So this is a best of 5, just for anybody who is curious. So, you know, again, I can't really bet against Avidity here. They've made a solid run through the bracket. They look like they're coming in with confidence. Absolute Leverage will put up a good fight, but I'm going to say Avidity 3-1.
And honestly, I'm with you there on that, Hunted. The kind of the cream, I think, will rise to the top here, and Avidity has that experience. They're 3 very good players. I like the mix of this roster and what it will bring. I'm really excited to see them as well and what they've got. So, yeah, I'm with Avidity, too. I think I can't go against that.
And I am going to have to agree with you guys as well. Everybody here agrees Avidity has got that secret sauce. They've got the experience and everything going for them, not to mention their crazy run they're having through the bracket so far. So we can expect that momentum to most likely continue moving forward. But if you guys at home want to let us know who you think is going to win, you can vote for Avidity by doing !AVID, or you can vote for Absolute Leverage. That's !ALEV. And then you can just let us know who you think is going to win. But right now, it looks like Avidity is even the fan favorite. But guys, that's enough for me. I'm going to hand it off to y'all, and you can just take us on into this game. Good luck.
Thank you so very much, Ryan. And yeah, Sam, first match of the day. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of good matches upcoming. But one thing we have to drive home, especially for the viewer who might not know what we're playing for today, this game, whoever wins this is playing in the Rival Series this season.
Yeah, no doubt. I love that we're jumping right into that moment as well. You know, as you look at the bracket, there's been some hard-fought matches. These teams have been playing in the background as we've been waiting for this moment. So, yeah, we're going to get right into that decision-making time where we find out which team is going to move on. And I love that about it, too. And as I looked at the rosters, Hunted, I love that it's the players you'd expect and then some players that you wouldn't, too. I was asking about Kinsa with you guys before we seen him, so I'm really excited even just to see what he does in this moment as well. It's such a pivotal time for these players, and you know that we will definitely see them rise up. We're going to see some great plays.
Yeah, 6 players here, all deserving of a chance to play in the Rival Series. We are just about ready to get game one underway. The teams are in the server. They are joining the game now. Game one between Avidity Esports and Absolute Leverage underway to see who will be the first to qualify for the Rival Series this season. As it is Wonder Mike, he'll score right off the draw. Absolute Leverage on the board.
Wow, guys, I'm just trying to get set up here. I'm moving my cameras around. I'm making sure I get comfortable. But one thing is Avidity can't get comfortable because that is an early goal, just 6 seconds in from Wonder Mike. Great start for Absolute Leverage.
Didn't even give me a chance to introduce the teams. As ZPS might have a chance now. This is going to bounce down out in front. Sosa's there, but Wonder Mike makes the touch. And we'll clear it away. So very quickly in blue, Absolute Leverage, Wonder Mike, Rodoko, and Kinsey. And on the other side in orange, Avidity Esports, ZPS Skills, and Sosa. And already we are underway 30 seconds into game one. Alev, they hold the lead. But no lead is secure when you are facing down Avidity Esports on the other side of the pitch. So here comes Sosa. He's going to try to play this along. Rodoko plays this into the corner. No touch from Skills. ZPS will try to play this around. Here's one to Mike. He's got Kinsey in mid. Sosa doing his best to get the clear. Skills will follow things up. 1 minute gone. Game number one. Still a 1-goal lead. One to Mike trying to make this pass out in front. Kinsey's going to turn. He does have an opportunity here. It's going to go just a bit high. ZPS gets that one away from Rodoko.
I feel compelled right now for the viewers right now to like trust me, guys, it's the same thing. Don't worry about it. We'll get that fixed for you soon, guys. Appreciate the patience. Right now, you're gonna hear the silky smooth voices of Hunted and myself. So that'll be all right too.
That's what we should have. We should have a third person in the Discord call doing the in-game audio. As this will be one to Mike to shoot. Good save from
Acapella
Sosa.
stream.
Yeah, that would be quite a lot of fun, I think. As this is going to be a pop-up there through mid. ZPS trying to make the play. Skills not going to turn. He's going to let Sosa play this one. 2 minutes gone. Still a 1-0 lead for 11. Game one. ZPS up for this. That'll fall down in front, but again, it's one to Mike to clear. Now Sosa out of the corner. Skills. Watching him play that right into Kinsey. It will be Rodoko. Looking for a double touch. He's a bit too high. Now Kinsey out of the corner. Keeping it in the orange half for the moment. And you talk about ways to try to shut down Avidity's speed. I think Alev is doing it perfectly. They're winning challenges in mid. They're not trying to force anything, Sam, but they're playing smart defensive Rocket League.
Smart is right. That's a great word for it because they're just staying properly in formation and just waiting back for Avidity. And Avidity have not challenged through mid. That's a situation where they're going to have to start pushing forward. But yeah, Absolute Leverage have waited to see what Avidity can do. And so far, Absolute Leverage up to the task.
There's Rodoko. Gets the flip reset over top of ZPS. It's not on goal. Sosa does find the clear over top of one to Mike, and this will bounce down where Kinsey will turn. Skills unable to get the touch. Sosa is there. This will dribble towards the net. Good block there from Sosa onto Rodoko. And now the offense starts for Avidity. Kinsey does a great job to get the clear. Sosa will give the ball away through mid, though he will take it back. And again, it's back and forth, but Avidity no space at all on the offensive side.
No, but it feels like it's starting to even out a little bit. Avidity starting to gain that space as they push upfield. Absolute Leverage not quite as pressing as they were. It feels like Avidity are starting to understand what Absolute are doing, but time may be running out in this game. Just a little bit over a minute left.
The first goal and the only goal in this game came in the first 10 seconds. Since then, it's been back and forth, but nothing on the board. One to Mike through mid, final 65 on the clock. So will be Sosa to try to play this along. Rodoko is going to get a touch, but it's Sosa back again. He is over top of Kinsey. Can't get by one to Mike, lurking his skills. ZPS turns and tries to challenge. He'll keep it in the blue zone, but only for the moment. Sosa plays this one off the ceiling. Here comes one to Mike. Can't get around Skills. 45 seconds left to go. ZPS out of the corner. Looking for some kind of opportunity with Sosa down through mid, but again, a wonderful challenge from Alev. The last 30. Still 1-0. CPS in the blue corner, but again, it's Kinsa. Great pinch from Skills off the ceiling. This will give Sosa something to think about. It'll fall down towards Skills, but one to Mike over the top makes the block. With 15 seconds left to go, that is a wonderful keep. Can he get a double? He can't. Now they're going to try to turn. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. CPS trying to chase this one down. He'll keep it in the corner. 8 seconds left. It'll pop out for Sosa. He plays it back into the corner again. No bumps this time. Skills gets demoed, and that'll touch the pitch. Alev hold on. 1-0 game 1 win.
And that was a big demo as well. Ensured that it would be a 1-0 victory for Absolute Leverage. They did exactly what they needed to against Avidity, and it felt like Avidity are still trying to feel themselves. I know they've had a easy time, or what looked like an easy time to the bracket so far, with literally not dropping a game, but there it is. That's the first game that they've dropped, and I think this is the first real test that Avidity have faced in the bracket. So they're going to have to find that teamwork. It didn't seem like they were really looking for each other, seeing each other, finding that good team. Just, you know, that you got to be in sync as a team, Hunted. You cannot just clear the ball out and not have someone following up. And I saw a lot of that from Avidity as they tried to get something going on offense.
And, you know, you look at the shot totals. It was 6 shots to 3 for Avidity, doubling up Absolute Leverage in that game. But again, it was one to Mike scoring that first goal in the first 10 seconds. That was the only goal that was necessary in this game. And it felt like, I agree with you, it felt like Avidity started to play well through that later half of the game. We'll see. Can they keep that up? It's in their hands now. But can't take away from Alev, though, Sam. Like, I mean, Alev played so well on defense in that final minute to keep Avidity off the board.
And really more than just defense, just the fact that they were rotating well as a team, making sure to stay spaced out, seeing where each other were, and they never really got in each other's way at all, just always covering the field like they needed to. Absolute Leverage ready for whatever Avidity had thrown at them. It's going to be up to Avidity to raise their game in game 2, start putting more pressure down on the blue side.
We are underway. Game number 2. Run to Mike. Trying to play this on. The first 10 seconds go by without a goal, but not too much longer. Finally, Avidity on the board. Sosa gets his first.
Wow, the opposite of last game. This time it's Avidity early scoring, and it is the fake out there from Sosa as he gets that one through. A surprising goal, especially after Avidity had such trouble. They get shut out in the first game, but only takes them 14 seconds there to get on the board.
That's a good pass down to one to Mike. He'll push that one just a bit wide. Absolute Leverage trying to look for some kind of equalizer if they can. 30 seconds have been played. That is a good pass over to Sosa. He picks his spot. He scores 2 goals for Sosa in the first 35, and it's 2-0 for Avidity.
There we go. That's the kind of plays you'd expect from this squad on Avidity. Great pass out center, and Sosa makes no mistake up into the upper 90 now, his second goal. What a play there as 2 players from Avidity connect, and that's dangerous now for Absolute Leverage. Here's another shot coming. So we'll push it and watch Avidity because they are sure to warm up. So,
It's a solid pinch. Actually, I don't even know if this was a pinch. It was close, but Rodoko just hitting that ball hard. Kinsey will let it fall in. And yeah, bit of a long ball there from Absolute Leverage. Avidity couldn't quite get back in time. That will cut the lead in half. 1 goal separate these teams as we approach that minute mark. So by far a different game here in game number 2 than what we saw in game 1. So will be Kinsey play this one down. Sosa will clear it away. Rodoko rotating back. Good touch over top of Sosa, but now Skills towards the net. That'll pop way up high. ZPS has a touch. He's looking for Sosa down low. Bit of a double commit there from Absolute Leverage. This could be scary if Skills can turn this towards the net. Rodoko wants to challenge him, and he does well to do so. Buys a lot of time for his team. That will give Kinsey enough time to clear.
Seems like, Hunted, that Avidity have finally found their formation. We're seeing ZPS way back. He's got the patience while Skills and Sosa try to break through the defense. I like what Avidity are doing here, especially when they have the lead. They don't have to get too crazy with what they try.
Kinsey gets by the defender. It's a 2-on-1, but Skills cuts that play off before it could even develop, as now Wonder Mike tries to put that on the net. Good save by ZPS. He's over Rodoko. Kinsey's there to make the save. Will bounce out towards Sosa. Slow roller on goal, and that's Wonder Mike to clear again. 2 minutes gone. 2-1 lead for Avidity. But Absolute Leverage now looking to push the offense. Wonder Mike with a flip reset. Not going to do a whole lot with that, though. We'll go up looking for Sosa. Rodoko keeps it in. Skills off the back wall. Looks like the tides have kind of turned here a little bit, Sam. Avidity's now starting to play that defensive style, and they're keeping Alev off the orange side of the pitch.
Yeah, and they've always got someone covered on each side of the field. It seems like they've got left wing, right wing, and then the back defensive position as well. So they're just trying to build out, use that as their way to push down the field and not give up anything on defense. Definitely using that to set up their offense. Ooh, big save by ZPS as we watch there. That was a close one, but he keeps this game at 2-1. Avidity doing exactly what they do. They're kind of just, they're really throwing what Absolute Leverage did right back in their face.
But again, this game remains a 1-goal game. 2 minutes left to go. Still plenty of time for Absolute Leverage to find a goal. ZPS actually gives that ball away in mid. The demo on the backside. Look for Kinsey was Rodoko. Can't quite find him. One to Mike now. Looking for a touch by the defender. ZPS reads that well and gets a touch, but still it's Rodoko out of the orange corner. Solid play from Skills. Now Kinsey trying to keep this rotation going. It'll bounce down, and eventually Sosa has a challenge on one to Mike. Skills getting demoed to far side of the pitch there. And now Rodoko out of the corner yet again here. Comes out in front. He tried to get a secondary touch on it, but it's Skills on the goal line to make the clear.
These two teams are so similar, Hunted. Watch the way they play and the way they just move on the field. It's really like a mirror matchup here. The only advantage for Avidity is that they got that early lead.
Ooh,
but other than that, it has been just such a similar situation as we push through this game. This is so interesting.
60 seconds on the clock. What a save from One to Mike using his own post to keep that shot out. And Sosa will have to rotate back on the defensive side. Now Rodoko trying to get it by ZPS. Kinsey will try his hand at it. Either one unable to come up with that successfully, but it is One to Mike to clear it back down. 40 seconds remaining. Absolute Leverage need a goal to try to force overtime.
They got to push right now. They can't keep playing it safe. That's all there is to it. Got to take chances. They did have both go up there. That's dangerous, though, as Avidity push back downfield, but Wanda gets it. Can Rodoko put it on? He does. CPS, though, big save. 20 seconds to go.
He almost put that one in, but a good defensive play keeps it out. Still they turn. Here comes Rodoko looking for a shot. He's going to pull off her Kinsey. Big save by Sosa on the goal line. 6 seconds left now, and ZPS tries to eye a clear. One to Mike will take it from him. Skills now the dunk, and that could be it. It will be it. Avidity tie the series at 1.
Great job for Avidity. They got that early lead, and they just hung on, and really it was definitely a taste of their own medicine for Absolute Leverage, as Avidity, I think, really found out exactly what Absolute Leverage was doing there in that first game. So now both teams playing such a similar style. It's really going to come down who does get those first goals. I really believe that, especially that very first goal in the game. We saw Absolute Leverage. They come out, get that early goal in game 1. They hold on to that the entire way. And then Avidity, that sets the stage for them as well, as they came out in the first 20 seconds and got their goal here. So definitely the team that comes out strong, comes out fast, is going to be the team that positions themselves moving forward. And a best of 5, this game 3 is going to be pivotal.
I think the difference between these two victories is that in game 1, Avidity really didn't find a lot of shooting opportunities. They didn't have a ton of offense generated, and they weren't able to put one in. Here, Absolute Leverage, they equaled Avidity in shots, but just some miraculous saves on the goal line, especially towards the end of the game. Sosa had a clutch save with just seconds left in that game, and it held Absolute Leverage off. But, you know, it feels like it's so very close. Just when the teams are carrying the leads, nobody's able to crack that defense when they kind of button it down.
Yeah, that's why I really feel like getting that lead is really the main piece for both of these teams, because, yeah, both have very good defensive formations. They're holding back. They're having 2 men back almost always. That covers the net. so well. So yeah, I think whoever gets the first goal is going to set themselves up, but we'll see. Maybe some chances will be taken. I think that will help as well. Start to feel it.
We are underway, game 3. Both teams taking a victory early on in this series. Absolute leverage with the first offensive opportunity, but Rodoko will sky that one back to mid. Kinsey gets bumped there by ZPS, but Rodoko able to turn and play it on. Out of his own backfield comes Sosa. Now Wonder Mike pops it up. Skills. And Kinsey will play it. That's a dangerous touch. Wonder Mike has to clear it out from the front of the box, but this could give the space Avidity needs to look for that first goal. Good clear from Rodoko. Now he's got a 1-on-2 opportunity. Sosa and Skills up to make that play, and eventually they do, but some double commits from Avidity early on here in game 3.
Yeah, thankfully for Avidity, Rodoko did not have a lot of boost there. Couldn't get a lot of power on that shot. It was a nice opportunity, and the early minute definitely going to absolute leverage. See if they find any momentum, but I'm just really impressed. Everything's going to the corners, Hunted. The defense is definitely on mind for both of these teams. It's certainly what they're thinking, and then offense is kind of the second point. They'll think of goals later. They're keeping the other team off the board first. It's a smart move.
There's Sosa to ZPS. That's hard off the back wall. Got a lot of power on it, but couldn't quite get underneath that bar, as now Wonder Mike will turn in transition. DPS to Skills. This is a bouncer out in front. Rodoko will score. He picks his corner, and A-Lev on the board first.
Absolute leverage. First goal. Both ZPS and Skills in the corner there. They really just got mixed up, and that is an unfortunate situation for Avidity, who have been so defensively sound, but absolute leverage to take advantage of the first mistake, and they're on the board.
Good dunk from Sosa, though. This will put Avidity on the offensive, though Sosa will pay for that dunk. Taken off the pitch there for a couple of seconds, but he's back now, playing this off the back wall. Good touch there from ZPS to play it on. Rodoko wants to turn, gets it by Sosa. Now Skills to challenge. This is up now, Wonder Mike towards the goal. ZPS. Solid clear. Has Sosa with him. Shot on goal off the crossbar. Sosa couldn't quite get it down, and now absolute leverage the other way, down towards Wonder Mike. It's going to be ZPS to clear. Close calls on either end.
Absolute leverage. Better watch out for ZPS, because he is showing his prowess on transition. He nearly set up Sosa there. Big stop, though, for absolute leverage. Keeps it at 1-0. Such a close series so far between these two teams, Hunted. Would not be surprised if we see it go to game 5.
Certainly would not surprise me either, as Rodoko far down in the face of a couple of Avidity defenders. He picks his spot again, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot there. There were 2 defenders for Avidity, but doesn't matter. Rodoko up to the challenge. What placement. 2-0 absolute leverage on the back of Rodoko. He has not been around as much lately. You see that Rival Series Season 4 Challenger, Hunted. Rodoko. I'm getting B-Dog in my ear. He's my man there. I love that he helps me out. Either way, the biggest thing, B-Dog, is this man is doing good stuff. Oh, big stave from Skills. Keeps it 2-0, and you know Avidity, they want to keep this close.
At minute 45, they still need to score 2. See the boys in orange. There's Sosa, back to ZPS. Great pass. Bang, bang in front of the goal. It's 2-1.
Wow. Wow, what a response from Avidity. The clear, not good enough, and ZPS cheats up, staying up in the offensive zone. Right place, right time. Avidity cut it within 1.
Sosa to ZPS for the score, and now they only need 1 more. They've got 90 seconds to do it. Rodoko is up for this one. He gets it by ZPS. It'll fall down towards Skills. Sosa bumps him well out of the play. Now Wonder Mike turns on goal. That's in. Great shot from Wonder Mike. It's 3-1.
Don't look away. If you do, you're going to miss some big goals. And that is Wonder Mike, again with 2 defenders. I tell you, the placement on these shots from absolute leverage, just world class. would not necessarily expect these shots to go in with Avidity back on defense in position, but Absolute Leverage finding the space. And with 1:15 left, this is big. They're looking to take that 2-1 lead in the series, and it would be commanding.
And it certainly would. It would be a great place to be in as you're trying to qualify for the rival series. A 2-1 series lead would be perfect. We've got a 3-1 lead here in game number 3. Looking to extend it now as Kinsey won't get over Skills. One to Mike does rotate to keep the ball in the orange zone. So it does eventually find its way past that midfield line. Here comes ZPS looking for Sosa on the play. That one's just a bit too far behind him, and One to Mike will find the clear. 35 seconds left to go here. Sam and Avidity just still haven't been able to crack this bubble.
And we've seen where 2-goal leads are definitely stifling as well. Even if you get it to within one, you got to make another play. And Avidity have their backs against the wall. Just 20 seconds to go. They'll need to push up. But I tell you what, Absolute Leverage have really regained control of this series. Just 10 seconds. It would be a big, big win for Avidity, but I'm not sure if they can do it.
Great block from One to Mike. That took away that goal scoring opportunity. 3 seconds left. Sosa will shoot, save, and that's going to finish it. A couple of saves on the line from One to Mike end the game and give Absolute Leverage a 2-1 lead heading into game 4.
And it's a big one as well, as they could close out this series in game number 4. It's become just a situation where as soon as a team finds a spot like Absolute Leverage did on a couple of their shots, it ends up being the difference maker, as both teams are playing very defensively sound. It's been a very good exhibit of how to play good defensive Rocket League, that's for sure. Now for Avidity, I think they are going to have to loosen up a little bit on that defense, because this is it for them. They've got to get these 2 wins here, or else they will be out. And remember, guys, this is everything. This is to get themselves into the rival series, so the pressure is on.
That it most certainly is. You want to win this series. You don't want to have to go down to the loser's bracket, which we should certainly mention as well. The team that does drop out of this will have one final opportunity to try to qualify, but I don't think either of these 2 teams want to take that risk, Sam. They want it right now.
Oh, no doubt about that. And this is what they've been fighting for. This is everything. It's not just the play-ins. Obviously, they had to get here through the qualifiers. They've proven themselves to be some of the top teams in the world, but this is where, like I said before, the cream truly rises to the top. And I have to give it to Absolute Leverage. I have to tell you, Hunted, because I did call out Avidity early. I thought they would take this series, so this has been an impressive performance for me, seeing Absolute Leverage and what they've been able to do.
Yeah, Alev has played fantastically through the first 3 games, and they find themselves in a 2-1 series lead situation now, heading into game 4. Can they close it out here? Will we see a game 5 in our first series on the broadcast? We got 5 minutes to find that out. Skills to play it off the back wall. This is going to force One to Mike all the way back into his own zone. Gives the ball up to Sosa. It'll bounce down towards the front. Sosa gets a second touch, but he can't put it by that bar. Again, the pesky crossbar coming to the rescue. And One to Mike when they make a save for himself early on in this game. 30 seconds have been played, 0-0 on the scoreboard. Skills down in front, Kinsey pops it up. Here's Sosa, he puts a deflection. One to Mike down towards the front of the box. ZPS ends up taking a One to Mike there, but loses possession of the ball. It's now Kinsey out of the orange corner. It's Sosa to try to clear. Skills gets dunked there by One to Mike. And again, it's Absolute Leverage just winning challenges, keeping Avidity in their own zone.
First 30 seconds to Avidity, last 30 seconds to Absolute Leverage, and pretty even. That's definitely what we've seen so far in the series. So you can find the back of the net. Obviously, that's the difference maker. I don't have to tell anyone here, but it just really has been that team that just finds that last shot. Here we go, back for Avidity. We're back the other way.
There we are. We're in the blue half now. Sosa shoots. What a save from One to Mike. He gets there just in time. Sosa getting demoed as well, as now One to Mike and Kinsey will rocket down the pitch. That's off the crossbar. Radoko wins the challenge in the mid, but again, it's ZPS on the goal line to save it. Still no score here in game 4. And I have a feeling that's going to be the theme of this game here, Sam. Nobody wants to make that mistake at this crucial moment.
No, and they're electing for speed to the ball, getting there first, and then just seeing what happens after that. That's why you see a lot of uncontested challenges as one player just beats another to the ball, but it means shots not necessarily on. As I say that, the ball does squeak through. We get a challenge that is contested, but ZPS beats Kinsa to the ball, and it squirts right out to Sosa. Early goal going to Avidity. It took 2 minutes, Hunted, a very close Rocket League to get there. Avidity, though, on top.
It looked like Kinsa could have even backed off that. Didn't really need to challenge it and just wait for that touch off the back wall. But again, playing with speed, trying to win as many challenges as you can. It's hard to make that decision in the heat of the moment. Does lead to an Avidity goal, though. 1-0 as we approach halftime here, game 4. Roko wants to play this off the line. He's pinching it out of the corner. That ends up going off of ZPS. Sosa will spawn in the corner with the ball. Grabs boost and gets a clear for himself. A little pinch down to ZPS. He's got a one-on-one with Wonder Mike, but he can't put it by him. Solid defensive play again from the blue squad.
Not just the blue squad, but Wonder Mike with his 4th save. He has been in all of the right spots here for absolute leverage. Really bailed out his team a couple of different times. Really love how Wonder Mike is seeing the game right now, and that's really leading to great plays. Keep your camera on him because he's sure to do something good. Would not be surprised if he's the reason we see this game get tied up.
2 minutes left, 1-0. That's towards the net. That's in the net. Skills from midfield will make it 2-0 for Avidity.
Oh, Kinsa and Rodoko, they both wanted to get out, and Kinsa, unfortunately, not recognizing that booming clear from Skills. And he, of course, will put that on net, extending the lead for Avidity. And that is big now as we try to go back and forth in this series. Avidity looking to push it to game 5.
They need to hold on to this 2-goal lead for the next minute 40 if they do indeed want to force us into a game 5. Here's Rodoko trying to play it off the back wall. Kinsey, great shot, but it's just a bit high. He got all of that one, Sam, but just a little too much.
Oh, Rodoko. I keep saying Rodoko. Why? It's Sudoku. I have to say that game, I don't even like that game. I promise to rip up all the books in my house after this.
Oh, man, this is down towards Wonder Mike. He puts it too high off the bar again from absolute leverage. And the clear made by ZPS. Wonder Mike towards Skills. This will bounce way up, and it will be Rodoko to play it down. Now you've got me kind of nervous. I don't want to say it.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'll get it together.
It's okay. 45 seconds left to go. Still 2 goals needed by Alev. Here's Kinsey. He's going to try to play this one down. No touch. Wonder Mike is there, but it's Sosa to clear. Can't get it back through mid. Kinsey by ZPS, not by Sosa. And it does feel like absolute leverage. Maybe they're just missing a little bit of boost, but they're a bit hesitant right now, and they need to be activated.
But we've seen this, right? We've seen when a team gets a lead in the series. It's a convincing one, and Skills takes it even further there. And what a redirect as Sosa puts it downfield, and Skills. Oh, wow. That is an absolute beauty, and that all but seals off this game 4 and gets us to game 5. I'm excited for that.
That will definitely be the final blow here in game 4. First series, I should say, of the broadcast, heading to 5 games. This is what we expect from North America, especially the bubble scene, Sam. I mean, so many teams you could make a case should be in rival series this season. We only have spots for 6 of them, and they're going to do battle all day today to figure out who it is.
I mean, just think about that. 6 out of 128, and hundreds of teams that fought just to get to that 128 as well. It almost does seem too unfair, Hunted. There's no doubt about that. But I tell you, when you get matches like this as a result, I'm kind of happy as the viewer. The consumer in me feels pretty good right now.
Oh, me too. I love this. I'm so glad we're going to game 5. I'm just glad I'm not one of the players. I would be just shaking uncontrollably. But that is an interesting point too, Sam, is that we've talked about it. Most of these players have play-in experience. Actually, I think all of them have been in a situation similar to this one before. But you look at Avidity, and their composure is going to be extremely important heading into Game 5, and they've all been here before. They're ex-Rival Series players. They've made their way through play-ins before. That's got to be in the back of their mind saying, we've done this once, we can do it again.
And that confidence definitely matters. It helps when you're on comms, keeps you composed, keeps everybody present, the understanding that you can win the series. I think we saw it there in that game number 4. Of course, their backs were against the wall. They could have gone down into the lower bracket like we talked about, but they were able to get that victory, and a fairly convincing one as well, shutting out Absolute Leverage. So we have certainly got a series that has shifted back and forth. Will it continue? Will Absolute Leverage get it? I don't know. I really think this is going to be the best game of the series. So far, this is game number 5. This is why we watch.
This indeed is exactly why we watch, Sam. And you and I had the pleasure of doing CRL last night. And we saw the only game 5 we saw was probably one of the most insane games that I've seen in quite a long time. And these players, I think they're even closer than those two teams we watched yesterday.
No doubt. And I got to say, they might be a little bit faster. Well, only a little. That's not throwing shade.
Don't let the CRL players hear you say that. Although I'm sure they would agree. I mean,
I'm fueling their fire, Hunted.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Well, here we are. Game number 5 underway. 30 seconds in, no score. Skills can't get by one to Mike. Solid challenge. This first goal going to be so very important for either of these two teams. Whoever can pot it, the confidence. And of course, playing with the lead, always a little bit easier, as this is a bit of a giveaway. ZPS looking for a double touch. He'll find it, but Rodoko up to make that play. Wonderful read from the blue defender.
It really was a big save, because that was going to be a big goal from ZPS. I love as he just streaks in, finds his way to put the stamp on the game. But Rodoko up to the challenge. I get it right as he gets the big save. I'm feeling good about that.
And now here comes Skills trying to make this play. It will be one to Mike to try to find a clear, but falls down right to ZPS. This is off the back wall. Sosa's there, but can say already up to make that clear. Minute and a half. Gone. Game 5. 0-0. One to Mike by Skills. Hard clear from ZPS. That's right off of Kinsey as well. And now Sosa. A little bit of a touch. Rodoko. Can't quite get that one by Skills. And one of Mike will clear back into the orange zone. Sosa. A little bit of a giveaway if Kinsey can get there. That was dangerous from Avidity, but they don't get punished. Not yet, at least, as Rodoko might have an angle. What a move by Skills, but he can't get around ZPS. Nearly a solo effort there from Rodoko to put this one in the books for Absolute Leverage. That's a great shot and another goal. This time it's Kinsey from the top of the box. They live up by 1.
The pressure was mounting there as Skills, just a weak clear out center, and it is Kinsey with ZPS in the box, not able to make the save. First goal coming to Absolute Leverage, as you could feel the pressure, like I said, was pushing towards Avidity. And now this is where teams have played so well in this series, having the lead. Can Avidity bounce back? They have the last half of this game to do so.
Great goal. Important goal from Kinsey early on here. We are in the back half. Well, just about to be in the back half here of Game 5. Will be Rodoko to play it on. There's Sosa, but again, it's Rodoko. Solid dunk. He'll try to play this one, looking for one to Mike. One to Mike will put up that mid boost. That's a great challenge. Looking for Kinsey. He scores. Kinsey gets his second of the game. And A-Lev out to a 2-goal lead.
Not necessarily the play you'd expect to bounce down, as Skills and Sosa were there, but Kinsey just waits it out, and you know he'll put it home if Avidity lets him do so. The defense of Avidity, not the time to let up, and now they will need to play strong. Here's a big shot from ZPS. One to Mike, who's played so well in this series, gets the big clear.
2 goals needed. Skills hard down the pitch. What a touch from Sosa. Up so quickly for that one, and Avidity get one back.
Skills gets his own ball off the wall, and there's Sosa out center. Rodoko, no chance, as Sosa buries it. You will not keep Avidity out of this. They know the stakes, and they are ready to play.
They pull it back within one. Sosa has to make a save to keep it that way. And with 2 minutes left to go, Avidity looking to push into the blue zone now. Here's ZPS. That's a light touch, and will be one to Mike. Able to clear it down. Skills deflecting it down towards Sosa. No touch there. One to Mike to control. He's got to try to pop this one out in front. ZPS, small touch. It will be Kinsey to play it in. 95 seconds, Sam. One goal needed. It may be the most important goal that we've seen today. And there it is. It's Sosa. Who else but Sosa to tie the game?
Who else is right? You took the words out of my mouth. This has turned into Sosa versus one to Mike on the field. Sosa, though, right now is really heating up, and he's doing it at the right time just when Avidity needed him. We have a whole new game.
That 2-goal lead evaporating from Absolute Leverage. We are tied up now with 1:20 left, and this could be another chance. The demo on goal, but Sosa missed it high. He had an open goal for the hat trick, and he couldn't put it home. Bullet dodged by Absolute Leverage, but they're still on the defensive half. Sosa again will try to play it out of the corner. One to Mike. Small touch. Skills takes it away. That's wide. Sosa the rebound. Kinsey blocks it away. And Rodoko finds the clear.
Oh,
is that on net? It is on net. It's in the net. Rodoko will score to give Alev the lead.
What a clear. Beats the final defender. ZPS trying his absolute best. Avidity, they were feeling the offense, but got too cute, too far into the Absolute Leverage zone, and Rodoko makes them pay.
Back to the lead. Avidity now need to find another goal to send us to overtime. Game number 5. Winner goes to Rival Series. ZPS on goal. He scores. What a shot from ZPS to tie us at 3.
Are you kidding me? These two teams back and forth, a heavyweight bout. And if there was any question about accuracy, we have found it here as both teams. Wow, it's turning into a situation where whoever scores last as that counter ticks down 100 is gonna be the one to win here. This has been an absolute battle.
30 seconds. Game 5 regulation time. We're tied at 3. There's a pass to Kinsey. He scores! Hat trick for Kinsey. Bang, bang in front of the goal, and Alev out to another lead.
I called out one to make, but it's Rodoko and Kinsey, and it's turned into their show. What a pass from Rodoko. He set that up. What a play. Back on top, Absolute Leverage. Will Avidity respond? Time is running out.
There's a demo, and one to Mike gets possession. He challenges ZPS in mid. Skills, 20 seconds left on the clock, into the corner. Solid clear from Rodoko. Sosa gonna rotate around. 15 seconds now, giveaway through mid. Rodoko clears it back. Final 8. Kinsey out of the corner. Will keep it in. That's a good clear from Skills. ZPS is up. He's got Sosa in mid. Off the ceiling, down to Sosa. He pushed it wide. That's it. Alev do it. They win in 5 games. They are heading to the Rival Series. Congratulations.
Can you believe it? Absolute Leverage. Wow, what a crazy series, Hunted. I am just beside myself as this Game 5 was the best one that we saw. Exactly what you'd expect from these two teams. It went back and forth. Absolute Leverage started out with the win Game 1, and then it just back and forth. Avidity always there to bounce back, but unfortunately for them, there are no more games. That's it. Absolute Leverage, like you said, they have punched their ticket into the Rival Series.
Well, that was probably one of the most exciting non-overtime Game 5s I think I've ever seen. And, you know, Ryan, whenever you catch your breath, my friend, please join us for the conversation. I'd love to know what you think.
Man, that was an amazing series between both these teams. Really, I mean, Absolute Leverage, they came to play today. They were in this for the long haul, and they just showed us what they are made of. And, I mean, I just kind of want to break this down a little bit with you guys. I'm going to start with you, Sam. But what happened here with Avidity? We all were so certain that they were going to take this, but was it something Avidity did wrong or Absolute Leverage did right?
honestly, you just saw two teams who were very evenly matched, who continued to build on that as well. We saw as they exchanged wins throughout the series that they were able to respond to what each other were doing. And we saw the speed of the play. It really heated up as we got into game 5 as well, leading to that just amazing game 5 as it was just back and forth. Like I said, it felt like whoever was going to score last is going to be the one that won. And that's what we found there in that last minute. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not ready to say Avidity did anything wrong, and for whatever teams they have to face down in the lower bracket, those teams better be shaken right now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It was just a wonderful game all the way around. The series was much closer than I think I certainly expected. They proved us wrong. Absolute leverage. We were all wrong. Predictions. They said, well, it's time for us to prove literally everyone wrong. They did so. But Avidity, again, Sam, just to reiterate your point, Avidity's not out. They're going down to the losers bracket, and they looked very good. I mean, especially the comebacks, the goals they were scoring in game 5 to tie things up. So good as a team. They just couldn't quite do it against an absolute leverage team that, to me, they just played the series of their lives.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, that's setting up. I just looked. Oh my God, this is going to be such a great potential matchup. I'll let you guys look down in the bracket. You guys need to keep an eye out on this bracket so you can see exactly what we might have going on down there in that lower two. So we're setting ourselves up for some even crazier matches too. So yeah. I can't believe the level of quality teams and players that we have. This is unreal.
And every season, the Rival Series continues to deliver better and better teams without fail. The skill level is just constantly rising in this area. And overall, like you guys said, Avidity, they are down, but they are not out. They are going down into the losers bracket where they have one more chance to try and punch their ticket into the Rival Series. But we're going to have to give congratulations to Absolute Leverage on that. Before we go real quick, give me the MVP of the game for you two. Starting with you, Hunted.
MVP of the game. Gotta give it to Kinsey. I mean, he had a hat trick in game 5 to win the game. He had the game-winning goal. Just for that reason, I got to give him MVP.
For me, I talked about One to Mike a lot. I'm going to go with Rodoko. He set up his team a ton, and I just wanted one more opportunity to say his name correctly.
You just couldn't get that name right to save your life. But you got it there towards the end. It is not Sudoku, it's Rodoko, and he is now in the Rival Series. Congratulations. The slugfest is now over, and we have our winner. We'll be right back after a short 10-minute break with the matchup of Stompers versus 72 PC. You don't want to miss it. More Rival Series action coming up soon.